now. I never really thought.
What was the real reason why they let? Did they say why they wanted Doug go away? Because he gave y'all your first Super Bowl in like 20th century. I'm not talking about the older one.
Right.
Like I just didn't make sense to me. Like they got rid of Andy Reid. Andy Reid obviously ran his course. He still did what he did, but Doug really got them there.
True. Doug's coaching or the way he was able to connect with the guys, and he's also got a lot of offensive experience. I mean, he's played with a lot of the great players, great quarterbacks. He was a backup to Brett Favre. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it ever really came out why he left.
Yeah,
but he left and didn't have a job too, though. That was the weirdest thing. Like when he let him go, no team picked him up, but Frank Reich gets a head coaching job in Indianapolis.
Yeah, it probably had something to do with just how much control he probably wanted.
Probably
maybe over personnel or worse like that.
I've heard through the grapevine that Laurie is likes to dabble in decision making, like the way the offense is going to run, who they're going to draft. He's instead of just hiring the guy to do it all, I think Laurie is. They were talking about the other day on the radio, 94 WSY.
Is Sirianni really on the hot seat?
I personally think he needs to be on the hot seat. If he's not, he needs to be on the hot seat.
He doesn't call plays, right?
He that's the problem. Like
he's just a face.
You know, they were talking about that on one of ESPN's that we need a coach that is going to be the ones calling the plays, because we keep hiring these offensive and defensive coordinators and they stick with us for a year or two and then they're gone.
Right.
You know, we need somebody that's going to be locked up for a few years.
Yeah. No, I
but
agree.
If you bring in a defensive or offensive coordinator and he's clicking and he's got everything wrong, yeah, everybody's going to want him.
But who's taking the fault for the OC? And, who's taking fault for your offensive coordinator?
I think the head coach.
No, you have to give the head coach fault for the offensive coordinators, because whatever your scheme is, they supposed to come in and run your scheme your way. Now,
but Sirianni doesn't do none of that, though. He's just a face.
Well, no, it's his playbook.
Yeah, it's probably his playbook.
He puts the plays together. It's the offense coordinator. He calls in the plays. Like let's say they got 20 third down plays for 20 third and 8.
Mm-hmm.
It's that offensive coordinator's job to pick one of those 20 plays that's for that play.
You can get an offensive coordinator that's too pass happy.
Yeah.
Too run happy.
Your head coach could be pass happy and want to trickle that down to your offensive coordinator too. And that's why I thought that Frank Reich was a good mix. Like where Doug Peterson was pass happy.
Yeah.
Frank brought in, he reeled him in.
Right.
Made us both like more of a 60-40 on the run pass than, the way Doug would do it would be 80-20.
Right.
Yeah. I think with Sirianni is that he's so patient. He's so patient, like when it's time to run, he's patient running. He's patient doing that read option all the time, but he doesn't know when to go big sometimes. And when he does, it's like it's obvious, So that's why I think your pass game has really dropped like this season extremely.
I think it's Sirianni's playbook. I don't know. See, the problem, I don't know how you guys I like watching football, but we don't get to see the routes that the wide receivers are running.
Mm.
So I always was wondering, how good is his playbook? We got talent, right? You guys all agree that the Eagles got wide receiver talent?
100%.
Okay. I'm not on board with Jalen Hurts being our quarterback yet. I fell off the wagon a little bit with Jalen over the past 5 to 6 weeks. But I'm wondering about Sirianni's offensive playbook. I don't know if it's good enough. I don't know if his plays are good enough. I don't know if the offensive coordinator is calling in the right plays.
Well, it's very college-like. I tell you that. Just the read option all the time is very college-like.
Yeah.
I think he probably does need to step it up a little bit and get more active with the receivers motioning, back motions, receivers in the backfield. You know what I mean? There's different things, how the Rams do it. You know what I mean? How the 49ers do it. You know what I mean? For the most part, mixing up the wide receivers. I think I heard something that they leave A.J. Brown pretty much on one spot on the outside instead of putting him in the slot, moving him outside. You know what I mean? Putting two guys outside of him where it's like that to give him different looks and different coverages or whatever. So, but I think that's what he needs to do.
Why didn't he? Does he not know about it?
I think he got comfortable from last year's success. Didn't change up too much.
So he's-
They came out looking the same way, and you can't do that.
So he's not good at adjusting.
He's
He
not
He
good.
don't adjust at halftime very well, and halfway to see whatever he did during the
I don't
halfway.
think- But I don't even think. I think it was the OC fault. I don't think that was him, Nick Sirianni. I think he just believed that Jalen Hurts vouched for this man because then they like have a pass. The OC had a pass.
I think so.
Yeah.
So he's like he vouching for him and let him do. That's his job. He's probably like a boss that like, yo, you're good at that. Go do that.
Yeah.
And I think it just got out of hand. He should have been fired like half season. Like once y'all start losing and everybody's just knowing what y'all doing, he should have got fired.
Wait, who should get fired?
The OC.
Oh, yeah, the OC.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's definitely OC because sometimes when you have an OC, sometimes they start doing their own thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you want them to follow a script, you want them to follow the rule, but they start doing their own thing and getting off track.
So I could buy that, but after what was it, 10-1, and then we keep losing and keep losing.
That's another thing. They went 10-1.
So
But the schedule wasn't a challenge until it became like a problem.
Nah, the schedule was a challenge all
we
year
got
round.
we got through the hard part of the
That
schedule.
10-1 was a struggle, and
Yeah.
they got the harder part of the schedule.
Yeah.
This is why I say what I'm saying is last year we witnessed your owner going out and trading mid-season to make sure that y'all were ready for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Why? That's the thing is like that same urgency is saying what the hell's going on?
I think if AJ Brown,
Somebody needs to get fired.
I think if AJ Brown wasn't looking for a trade and wanting to get out, North Carolina, I don't think that trade would ever happen. So whenever a wide receiver, a number one wide receiver, is available, I guarantee you, all 32 teams are looking at him.
Yeah.
And then that wide receiver is going to look for his
Well,
best spot. And
Well, I wasn't talking about that. I'm talking about they made like the big move during the season.
to get AJ Brown.
Was it?
Nah, that was last year.
Nah, that wasn't last
Who,
year.
two
who you
years
guys? Who you talking about?
That was 2 years
What
ago.
big move in the middle of the season did we do last year?
Wasn't it?
Y'all did a safety. You got a safety.
That's
Bird.
a
I think.
fucking big move.
No, wasn't
Yeah.
it? But it was
we
something.
didn't, we didn't do a jaw dropping move last year. Like when we picked up AJ Brown, we didn't do nothing. We didn't
Maybe
pick up
I'm
no
thinking
one.
about it 2 years ago. Then
You're thinking about
Yeah,
us
2
going
years
out
ago.
getting a number one wide receiver. And if AJ Brown was not available, if he was happy in North Carolina, he would not have.
wait,
requested-
y'all didn't do no
Wait, we'll get to
trade.
the
Y'all
Titans.
didn't go grab anything like
No.
during the mid-season, like or towards the end of the season.
Yeah, I think they got a running
Defensive.
back.
Well, we picked up Swift. That was supposed to be a blockbuster trade, but Swift was.
Yeah, I'm thinking about something.
He's not a block. Are you talking about the linebacker we picked up,
I
Leonard?
think so.
Oh,
maybe.
please. Nobody
Nah,
wanted him.
That wasn't not this year. I'm talking about preseason. I don't know. I just felt like Laurie, he makes them crazy drastic. Somebody should have been let go. Something should have happened and adjusted. And I feel like they did no adjustments at all.
Well, the thing is, when you're 10-1, it's hard to even think to really fire somebody.
You're
or
not
cut
really
somebody.
thinking that way.
You know you're going through struggles, but you're thinking they're going to think we just got to get together.
Tweak
gotta get
here,
together,
tweak
gotta
there.
Get together. You really can't argue with 10-1. You know what I mean about firing somebody.
Yeah.
Not unless they know that this guy is.
He's lost the locker room.
I
Some of
felt
his players lost respect or his play calling abilities and stuff like that.
I felt like Jalen Hurts was definitely emotionally going through something. Like he's turning to me. I have a theory that Russell Wilson is not a we already know he's not a team player. He's hard to work with, and that's why he got let go. And I don't want to say this about Jalen Hurts, but I feel like he's starting to get there.
Nah, because I think Jalen Hurts is just a go with whatever is necessary type thing. I don't think he's like Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson got a big head. Russell Wilson don't even wear a wristband. That's what they had a problem with him about. They
Yeah.
can't call so many plays. Jalen Hurts, I think he's with it. I think he's just guided wrong. I think he's not a person that can just create like Lamar Jackson or probably how like Cam Newton was or probably Tom Brady or, you know what I mean, somebody like that. I think he's somebody that's got to be guided the right way.
He needs a different playbook.
Yeah,
Takes
I
me right
agree.
back to the offensive coordinator. A head coach and offensive coordinator, if they're going to pick out a quarterback and want to coach this quarterback up, you got to. The way it is now, back in the day, you could draft a quarterback and turn him into what you wanted him to be. You could do everything you can to keep him a pocket passer, bootlegs, whatever. I don't think that the generation of college football players are coming out now. They can't be changed.
Yeah.
They got their way, and they're going to do it their way.
Yeah, they're kind of, yeah, but it's so many different dynamics of quarterbacks now. So they kind of go into their
so
lane.
if we're picking up our kind of quarterback, which we drafted Jalen Hurts, we need an offensive coordinator who's going to take his strengths and raise him up.
Well, yeah,
Jalen Hurts, Jalen Hurts, you're not going to turn him into a Lamar Jackson.
No.
You must as well, honestly, the option run with Jalen Hurts is the dumbest play for Jalen Hurts. You're going to get that boy hurt.
I think if it wasn't for Jalen Hurts, y'all wouldn't be.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that we wouldn't be.
I don't even think the problem is Jalen Hurts. I don't think nowhere near the problem is him.
He's got to carry some weight, dude.
He has carried the weight with y'all for y'all.
No, I meant carry some of the weight on our losses. Because he hasn't played well. He's fumbled the ball when he should have. He got sacked in the fucking end zone. You do that shit in high school, dude. You're not doing that in the NFL with first down on your own 12, and you're going to get sacked in your own end zone? Nah. No, sorry.
The thing is that
come on,
you can't go off of one play and going to call somebody.
That's not the one play. I mean, he's had other plays that not.
Yeah, but he is a winner with y'all though. He is a winner. So you
all
can't.
right, I'm gonna ask you this question: is he a top 10 quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah.
Took you a long time to answer that.
Yeah.
Let's go down the list.
He's definitely in top 10, not top 5.
Let's go down the list. Everybody's going to put Mahomes, right?
Yes, number one.
Josh Allen, right?
He goes lower, but I feel you.
All right, but he's in the top 10,
Yes, he
right?
is.
No,
Yeah.
I don't agree.
Josh 10's not a top 10 quarterback.
All right, just don't say he's going to argue that. Just move on to the next one.
All right, well, if
Patrick
you don't put,
Mahomes.
I want to know who you're going to put in his place, though. That's what I'm curious to know.
You better not say Justin Herbert.
Lamar Jackson or Dak Prescott.
That's fine. I'll put
That's
that.
fine.
I'll put that in without a question. No
That's
problem.
3.
Dak throws a great spiral. And he throws ahead of the player, and he doesn't get his players hurt over the middle when he throws the ball. No problem. Go ahead. Who else?
Better than Jalen Hurts. Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Jesus.
Well, I was just saying in a row. So yeah, Josh Allen, I would put him better, but I'm not putting him like the number 2 or number 3. 'Cause I thought we was going.
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
he's not going to order.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not going to order.
So yeah, Josh Allen. Then we'll have to say I gotta look at the list.
Are you going to put Matthew Stafford top 10?
If he's healthy, I'd say yes.
All right. So we got. Let's go. How many we got so far? We
Jared Goff.
got Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers if he's playing? Yeah.
There's nobody. It's
So
crazy.
this was like if you put it back in the day when you had the Troy Aikmans, Montanas, and all those quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts wouldn't be in the top 10. But the field of quarterbacks is so watered down with a bunch of guys retiring and moving on that Jalen Hurts will squeak into the top 10. And I'm saying here that I don't know if Jalen Hurts is going to be that guy that's going to be known as the guy who came back to win and all these under 2 minutes left. And I don't know if it's his fault though.
He's done it.
Do you think he's going to be able to do it consistently?
No.
I think he has done it consistently for you guys.
No, he hasn't.
Almost every game this year that y'all won in that 10-1 stretch was like last minute wins.
But why
Y'all coming back.
But why are we there? Why is it last minute wins?
Defense wasn't as good as last year.
Just the defense.
Defense definitely wasn't good as last year.
So
and
you
of course,
so
and yes, your offense had a little. Your offense was discombobulated, yes, but I don't think it's Jalen Hurts' fault. I think it's more of what you said, the playbook.
yeah.
But
I think Jalen regressed.
He did. It's
I'm
because
sorry.
of the play calling.
I don't
It's
like some of his passes he made that were dimes last year in 2022 and 2021. I don't.
It's the play calling.
He's missing his passes like he
I
used
think
to.
he's just back to who he was in 2021. I think y'all had a breakout year because I just got AJ Brown. You had a crazy defense that was doing very, very good, and it just made it easier for him all year long last year. I think he's really playing who he is now. Now he's saying that all right, we need better offense coordinating. You know what I mean? But he's because this is Jalen Hurts. Remember the first year y'all didn't even want him when he came in the middle of the season.
I know. I remember
Y'all
that.
wanted to get rid of him then.
No, I remember that.
Then he came back the next year. Then y'all was like,
I'm not sold on Jalen Hurts as my franchise quarterback.
He only had one good year.
Yes, I agree. He's a backup to Tua.
Out of 4, he only had one good year, so you would have to say that.
Yeah.
He's always going to be a backup. He's a backup to Tua.
No, Tua was the backup.
Tua played better.
in one game. That was the last game, and then left. He left.
I remember.
But shit, 2-2.
No, yeah.
So it look like he's not it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Jordan Love's gonna be better than all of them. I love Jordan Love.
No, that guy in Houston. What's his name?
No, it's no
CJ
Stroud is
That dude's
amazing
He's
too.
gonna be a beast.
But Jordan Love is doing it with no wide receivers at all. He's doing it with rookies. All of them are rookies.
But C.J. Stroud is a rookie. Jordan Love, what is he? 4 years in.
4 years in.
Yeah, but that's his first time really. Like this is technically his rookie year.
But when you see, but you stood underneath the best, one of the best for
Yeah,
4
what are
years.
you gonna do about that? But that's the Green Bay Packer way. Somebody's always coming from under.
But what I'm more saying is he's supposed to be doing this right now. This is his time. Actually, if Jordan Love don't do this right now,
He's done.
He's actually done.
He might be out of the league.
He's supposed to be doing this right now.
Jordan Love had a better back half season than Jalen Hurts did.
He did. He had a really good season. That's he sparked it up. Shoot, he shot up there in touchdowns and
His whole team was hurt all season.
Yeah. But what I say C.J. Stroud, because C.J. Stroud's a true rookie.
No, and I get it.
Like, this has never been done.
Yeah, I know.
What he's doing right now.
And that's
I like that
and the
too.
head coach is an ex-Niner coach, so you already know.
yeah. So he's doing good. And they get a. I think with them, they just probably need a better offensive coordinator, because with his talent and what he's doing, they need a little more explosiveness in their offense.
Yo, Justin Herbert is overrated.
Justin Herbert is definitely overrated. He has done nothing.
He hasn't done anything.
And his
I'm tired of
his
it.
offensive coordinator is overrated too.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they got him.
I hope they
thinking
get
about this.
Belichick.
But you know what they kept saying? Oh, it's Dak. And I kept saying, no, it's the coach. And he go right there. Justin Herbert supposed to be it. And they ain't doing nothing. He's horrible.
This is the last season for Dak and their coach. They're not doing no extension.
Nah, that'd be disrespectful to Dak.
Nah, Dak is done, bro.
That'd be disrespectful to Dak. How he's the best quarterback this season.
Bro, it don't matter how good you are, he can't get it done. He can't get it
No matter
done.
how good you are,
If you can't get it done.
This is the thing, though. There's been a lot of quarterbacks that can't get it done.
Y'all supposedly
So
the
here's
best, the American football, the
you
best American football team can't get it done.
So Dan Marino should have got traded.
So hold up. I digress for a minute. We were talking about top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL, and we couldn't come up with them all.
Yeah.
I've got the list. Are you guys ready for the top 10?
Yeah. I'm probably not going to agree, but go ahead.
I'm not going to agree either.
So right now, the NFL quarterback index ranking 32 teams starting quarterbacks at the end of 2023 regular season. Number 1, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
67.2%, 3,600, almost 37 yards passing.
That's fine.
Number 2, Dak Prescott, 69.5, almost 4,500 yards.
Why they put Lamar first?
Number 3, Josh. I'm not reading the whole paragraph on why. Number 3, Josh Allen, 66.5, 4,300 yards.
A whole lot of turnovers.
Let's see where he was at. 18 interceptions.
Just like Jalen Hurts.
I feel like you have a problem with Jalen Hurts today.
I love
Like,
Jalen
Are you
Hurts,
upset because we knocked you guys out of bounds when you
100%.
had your best shot?
100%.
That's a shame. I feel sorry for you. Let it go. It's been a while. Matthew Stafford, 62.6%, 11 interceptions. Tua, 69%, 14 interceptions, 4,600 yards. Jared Goff is number 6, 67%, 12 interceptions, 4,500 yards. Brock Purdy's number 7, 69.4, 4,200, 31 passes, 11 interceptions, 31 touchdown passes, 6 fumbles, 11 interceptions.
Come on, if you're going to say fumble, say everybody
No,
fumbles.
no. You're taking 32 shots at Jalen Hurts. So I get one on you. There you go. C.J. Stroud is the number 8 ranked quarterback. Patrick Mahomes is number 9.
That's where, to me,
Number 9, he dropped down to number 9. 27 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, 5 fumbles.
yeah, this season, he's still the best ever.
And number 10, getting in the top 10, Kirk freaking Cousins. That dude, all he does is get in the top 10 every year.
He's a
He
slinger.
can't win a playoff game or get to the playoffs, but
Why
the
is he in the
dude,
top 10? He didn't finish this year. What's going on?
he
His
played
numbers is
only. Yeah,
amazing.
his numbers were good. Like,
Crazy.
he's got only had at the time he got hurt. He played in 8 games, 70% percentage in passing completions, 2,300 yards, 18 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Stellar numbers for 8 games. Big numbers. Jordan Love is 11. Joe fucking Flacco made it to 12. He's better than Jalen Hurts this year. Jalen Hurts is 13.
That's disrespectful.
That's wild.
That's totally disrespectful.
65%, 3,800 yards, 23 passing touchdowns, 15 interceptions, 9 fumbles. He's got the most fumbles out of all quarterbacks.
Nobody 9 and whatever should be over him.
They're going off of stats, bro. The crazy. This is the thing too. Is like if they would put drops on there, Patrick Mahomes would be higher.
You think Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence are going to have good careers in the NFL? Is any one of those two going to win the Super Bowl before?
Trevor Lawrence overrated.
Who's going to win the Super Bowl first? Dak Prescott, Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, fucking Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy, Joe Burrow, and then everybody else. I don't think Dak is going to see a Super Bowl at all.
You think this is San Fran's year?
See, the crazy part is that
here we go.
No, but the thing is,
He's pretty confident early. I can hear all the jibes.
no, I don't like Kyle Shanahan as like everybody. Like he's still a choke artist. Like we watched Tom Brady just destroy him after halftime. Like I just witnessed him. Like it's either we get there, and then he just falls short. Like when we played the Ravens for some odd reason.
I'll do an even swap with you. I will take Kyle Shanahan, and you can have Sirianni. I'll do that trade right now.
Nah, I would never do that. But what I'm saying is that we played Baltimore, and for some reason, any other time he want to run Christian McCaffrey 30 times a game, and he did not do it. He wanted to show off Brock Purdy and throw the ball. Even though it was five interceptions, only one of them was his fault because everything else was deflections. But any other time we run the ball, and he decides not to run the ball.
Well, you really didn't have a chance to because your man was throwing interceptions like crazy in that game.
They're playing catch up the
Like
whole
4
game.
interceptions. So they're playing catch up, so they gotta throw the ball.
Yeah.
But we started off throwing the ball. Before the crazy interceptions, I'm talking about when he got the ball, we were throwing. We were not running.
Well, you gotta understand too. Baltimore was not scared at all in that game. Baltimore was playing a run. They got a really strong defense. They was playing a lot of people in the box.
I just want you to prove it to me before. I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
but show me you gonna stop it. Show me. I don't give a fuck who you put. Show me you gonna
Well, what's
stop
his stats
the
in that
MVP. I think he's the MVP of the league.
What was the stats that game?
What, Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Hold on.
Yeah, because you know it's hard when you get in a game once the team start going up on you. You throw a couple interceptions, you feel like you got to get back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's hard to try to say, hey.
You're not trying to control the clock.
See, that's the only thing that I say Sirianni does. That's he's patient with the run.
No.
Yeah.
Dude,
Y'all-
first half of last week's game, he ran the ball fucking 5 times. In the whole first half.
I
dude.
didn't watch that game at all. So
Well,
I can't.
and that's been if you listen to 694 WSYP or 610 or any Eagles broadcast, that's his biggest. He steers away. We go out and we get the running backs, and we don't use them the way we're supposed to be using them.
100 yards, 14 attempts.
100-yard, 14 attempps.
And
That's
hold
still
on.
good though.
Hold on. He averages over 20 attempts. Why are we going away from what we normally do?
But 100 yards, 14 attempts. That's actually good running. And another thing is y'all start going down fast because of the interceptions that was being thrown.
Oh.
Like y'all want to. He threw like at one point. I think he threw like 2 interceptions in a row.
Yeah, back to back.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard. And I think one of them was for scores.
So do you think Brock Purdy is your future in the San Francisco 49ers?
He works in the system, but I think anybody works in that system. Like, you could put anybody in it because it's
So is Brock Purdy going to be your guy? You're going to put all your eggs in the basket?
No.
And then, so you're not a Brock Purdy fan?
No, I'm not huge. I haven't seen us be down 20 and come back and win the game. We haven't done
They
that.
haven't
yet.
had to.
Understood, but I need to see that.
So
for
you
me
want
to
you're
say,
telling me you want your team to
They
be
did
down
have
by
to.
20
They had to 4 games down.
and come back?
4 games last season. They had to do that.
Not this year.
not this year.
Not this year. Yeah.
They weren't
No.
down by
But
20
saying,
to
y'all
anybody.
Y'all never did it. No, when y'all lost.
They never lost by. They didn't lose by 20 to anybody this year.
Yeah, we did.
No, not by
Ravens
20.
cooked us.
Not by 20. Well, yeah. But
we
talking
never.
about
I'm saying is we never.
when y'all lost to 3 in a row.
Yeah, we never came back and won.
So that's what I'm saying. I know y'all never
Yeah.
came back, but He was saying y'all didn't have to do that, but I'm saying they had
Yeah,
chances where they
3
could.
games where we had
Back
we
to
never. I want to see my quarterback be able to rally up the troops and come back.
So my point is this: you got some quarterbacks that can do that, and some can't. My perception of San Francisco's quarterback is this: they get out on you quick, and keep the pedal on the metal. And I've seen more complete games out of Brock Purdy this year in 2023 than I saw complete games out of Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, or probably 9 out of those top 10 quarterbacks. He's put more complete games together.
No, but that comes back to OC.
And you don't like him. You just said you're not a big fan of him.
Not a big fan of Kyle because
So you're not a big fan of Kyle or your quarterback.
No.
Well, for one,
I like that we're winning. I'm not. I watch Kyle give up the booty.
No, I've seen it. I know exactly
A
what
lot.
you're talking about.
No,
but my thing is this though: I don't think Brock Purdy put up any complete game this year at all. Now he does what he does in the system, but a lot of it, man, it'd be a 2-yard throw that's going for 100 yards.
That's the quarter.
They have like 5 playmakers.
That's your
on that
offensive
team.
coordinator putting in the right place for your right players. Though. That's what my whole point has been about this.
But also he's like the 5th best player on the offense.
Well,
You know what I mean?
with
So
with that much talent, though, you don't need your quarterback
Yeah.
to be the best player on the team.
Well, that's the reason why they got rid of Trey Lance. They said, why are we paying this kid so much money? Let's trade him away, and we have somebody as a 7th rounder. We don't have to pay him nothing for several years. So this is the thing is, we just lost Adam Peters, and he's the one who gets us he goes out and scouts. Kyle Shanahan doesn't do that. Next year is going to be like a real year for Kyle Shanahan to make sure he goes, because all them players he accumulated, he didn't draft. He only draft like Purdy, and that's it. Everybody else was from old teams, old coaches.
Yeah.
A lot of those players are from old coaches. That's not from him.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really, it's going to be a test. I'm not saying that our team isn't good, but Kyle Shanahan just does some weird things. It's just like, why you do that?
Yeah, all head coaches got these little fucking things they do. It's weird. It questions why they doing something.
Because I can't properly talk shit when I know Kyle Shanahan fucking does something dumb.
But what I was saying was Brock Purdy I don't think he's put together like a game and like he's never been like he took the game over because of how much he has around him. I think if a whole lot of other quarterbacks was put in that position, you know what I mean, it probably would be would look a little.
So if you
better.
put Brock Purdy on the Carolina Panthers, they'd still be a 2-15 team.
They'll still be 2-15.
still be
I got you.
But
And
who's
they'll be trying to get rid of him.
and the quarterback that they have that they saying is a bust, he will be there and 49ers doing the same thing, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
So you guys aren't feeling Brock Purdy's got the quarterback
No.
talent. Then you don't think
No.
it's all because of the system.
Did you hear my coach say that he thought Sam Darnold is the next Steve Young? Said during training camp. If he can say that, that means I don't really believe in him. Like for him to say wild shit like that. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't. His system is his system, and he don't care who it is. They don't. I heard they were trying to get Tom Brady. It didn't go through, but we don't even really need it because it's the system.
Tom
Like,
Brady's about ready to own the Vegas.
Team,
Yeah,
he's going after that now.
yeah, he's
Or is
going to buy
Miami
that.
messed up
with the
Miami?
Raiders, or
Yeah, he's going to end up buying that team with a bunch of other people.
So
oh, that's pretty cool.
he said Dak Prescott.
So I got a little Dallas for you right now, and I think I can fix your team. I don't want to. I want you guys to stay where you're at right now. To be honest with you, I want you to get like there and then have the carpet pulled out from underneath you.
That's
But
hilarious.
as an Eagles fan, it's our greatest thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel bad feeling this way, but there was no better thing that made my day feel better than Dallas losing to Green Bay at home. But with that said,
That was shocking.
I think that the only thing that's messing Dallas Cowboys up right now is Jerry Jones.
100%.
I think if Jerry Jones would just go off into the sunset, let his son take over the team, get out of the locker room, stop talking to the players, and just be that owner and let the football guys just run in there, run that program, dude, Dallas would be undefeated this year.
I can tell
They
you how
may
to
have
do
went
it.
undefeated if Jerry Jones can get away from. He is. If you go online, there's a stat out there of owners that are getting in front of the camera.
Mm.
after football games. Jerry Jones, by far, every owner of any sport you can name has got more camera time than anybody else because it's America's team. And Michael Irvin was talking about it, and Troy Aikman was talking about it too, that when you get drafted and you get played for the Dallas Cowboys with the star on the helmet, that there's so much weight on you that some guys can't handle it, and the pressure builds because of the aura of the Dallas Cowboys, the America's team, the Tom Landrys, the Troy Aikmans, this Michael Irvins, Emmitt Smiths. You got big shoes to fill when you go play for the Cowboys. You're not a winner just because you put the helmet on down there, and that's what Michael Irvin said to one of, he was being interviewed. I don't know who it was with, but it's online. You can see it. He said that a lot of these guys who come in there and they put on the Dallas Cowboys, they already think that they're winners. They got the money. They're out there going to the club.
I don't think it got nothing to do with the players.
Yeah.
I think it's all about Jerry Jones. He just can't get along with coaches. We will never be able to get the right coach because he can only hire somebody that's going to be a puppet. And is going to do whatever he says, and that's just what goes, you know what I mean? And not give him free range or not, you know what I mean? Say, hey,
it's his multi-billion-dollar business.
Yeah.
Right.
But the thing is, he still probably makes more money than any team, even though we haven't won in 25, 30 years or whatever it is.
I don't care.
I think the biggest thing is that he just can't get the right coach. You see our last championship coach, we fired him early, Jimmy Johnson. This is the last coach we had. We had Bill Parcells for a little second. They couldn't get along.
Barry Switzer took Jimmy Johnson's team to another Super Bowl.
Jason Garrett, like
puppet.
How long was he there? 10 years?
And
most of them was 8 and 8 seasons?
Yeah.
Who's ever? Because he could just do what he wants with them.
He's married to Jerry Jones' daughter.
You know what
Swear
I
to
mean?
God. Tony Romo's married to one of his daughters too. There's relationships between that head coach you just mentioned is tied in with Jerry Jones' family, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Tony Romo is the one that may be married to Jerry Jones' daughter.
I think he is.
And then another thing is, we get rid of Jason Garrett. We got a really good team. You go and get Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy had prime time Aaron Rodgers and only went to 1 Super Bowl and only went to 2 NFC Championship games with primetime Aaron Rodgers for like 10 years. Probably longer than that. Yeah. You go get him? That's the one you decide to go get?
I mean, he is an offensive-minded guru.
Who would you want?
He's not, though.
Hold on. Who would you want? Who would you want at that time? Like, who would you get?
Well, you got to understand this. Aaron Rodgers, primetime Aaron Rodgers was, they said at one point, best quarterback ever.
Yeah.
As in accuracy, as in being mobile.
A student of the game.
Student of the game.
Yeah.
Now, think about this. Primetime Aaron Rodgers, he only went to Super Bowl once. Now, you can't say, because of Tom Brady, because of Peyton Manning, because they was in the AFC.
Yeah.
So who was he losing to? He was losing to everybody. Was losing to them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Mike McCarthy could never get it done. He could never get it done. He only
Mike
did what
McCarthy
he
is a pretty good winning coach. He doesn't have
because he
Super
had prime
Bowls.
time Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had Aaron Rodgers' whole career.
Okay. It's not his fault he had Aaron Rodgers' whole career.
Well, it's his fault.
He got 1 Super Bowl. I mean, how hard is it? Dude, you talk to any NFL
That's
player.
pretty disappointing.
I disagree with you 10,000%. 10,000%. You go talk to any freaking quarterback or any NFL football player. Hold on, let me finish. Mm-hmm. How hard is it to play an NFL football game? How hard is it to get to a Super Bowl? There's guys that have played that are all-star, Hall of Fame football players that never been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but where do you rank Aaron Rodgers all time?
I don't have him particularly very high all the time, to be honest with you. He's below Montana. He's below Elway. He's below Marino. And these are all guys in my era. I didn't even get to his own era yet. So, no, he's not. To me, all-time top 10, he may have broke it all-time, maybe broke it. But there's a lot of quarterbacks in there, dude.
What about see, it's hard to talk about that, though, Ode. But what about talent-wise? As in straight talent-wise, where do you rank him?
talent wise, I got a skill level, like a Madden skill level, got to be a 98.9, 99.
But I'm saying as in ranked out of all the players around, is he top 5 talent level?
In the league right now,
No, in the
No.
league, period, all time.
top 5 all time. No,
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about without the Lamar Jackson, Michael Vicks. I'm not talking about the running quarterbacks. I'm about his type of who he is. You know,
He's
Is he-
definitely talented. I think he's more talented than Tom Brady. If you're talking talent,
Yeah,
The
more talent than Tom
arm
Brady.
strength and
Yeah.
And Tom
yeah.
Brady, we calling the best ever.
yeah.
That's just because
it's-
it's all about the rings. See,
But that's what I'm saying. But Tom Brady, why he got his rings?
Coaching.
coaching.
Okay,
Well, I don't know. It's
Now,
kind of
this guy-
iffy now.
This guy's the best
Well,
talent.
oh,
now,
now, hold
look,
on.
now we talking about
Now,
Aaron Rodgers.
hold-
Now we
hold
just
on
said
for-
Aaron Rodgers is more
Hold,
talented,
hold on for 1 second.
and why he don't only got one ring because of coaching.
It's 30. It's not just coaching, Jay. There's the defensive side of the ball too. If Green Bay couldn't, if you want to really pull out the stats, you can find out how many points were scored against Green Bay, and during all those times that he was. You can have the best quarterback in the NFL, may never look at Dan Marino, the best quarterback, the best fucking numbers, the best stats, the most fucking yards. The dude don't have a Super Bowl.
I agree.
So
I agree, and the defense is also controlled by the coaching, which is also controlled by the head coach.
it depends. Well, now
Mike
that
McCarthy
now
is the
that
problem.
now that depends on who your quarterback, who your head coach is. Was he an offensive coordinator that became a head coach, or was he a defense coordinator that became a head? That's huge difference. Huge difference on who your head coach is.
Why is it different? I mean, Belichick is an offensive coach.
Belichick was a defensive coach.
He was a center.
He was a defensive-minded coach.
Nah, he's defense.
He was
He
a
was a center
defensive.
when he played.
He was
He
a
did, yeah,
defensive.
you're
It
right.
don't fucking matter though. He was a defensive coordinator under Bill Parcells.
That's true.
And then New England's strength was defense.
So you telling me we should never hire McCarthy in the first place? Then
Probably. If you were not happy, you don't
All right.
like because he was just an offensive coordinator and you're not feeling, and he only won one. So I guess when they did hire him, you weren't happy with it when they hired him.
hell no. I said that's the safest. That's the safest pickup.
Who were you liking?
What's the name was available? Oklahoma. What's his name? That's at USC now.
I know. Picture in the face. I can't picture the dude's name.
You know what I'm talking about? He's the one that had.
So you wanted a college quarterback to go coach
Yes,
Dak Prescott.
I wanted a high explosive offense quarterback coming here, like you know what I mean.
Okay.
McCray, what's it? McCray at
Might be.
Rams.
Sean McVay.
Yeah, Sean McVay. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Somebody like Chip Kelly. Shit.
What?
No.
No, I know you're smoking crack. You hit your head?
No.
I totally
mean,
forgot
no,
Niners
no.
had Chip Kelly too.
Holy shit.
Terrible.
I mean, like somebody, not Chip Kelly certainly, but somebody coming out of college that's new, up and coming, that has a high power offense like that.
The problem with that is there is not one college quarterback that will gain the respect of any NFL football player. Unless you are the one and only from Alabama, Nick Saban, or another or
Jim.
the two top quarterbacks of or Jim Harbaugh.
Nah, Pete.
And that'd be it. Fuck no.
Pete Carroll,
Not anymore.
he did it for a long time.
Well, he got in the right system. He got in the right spot. He got in the right fucking exposure.
I don't
Fucking
think he was.
Seattle.
I think he was also. He wasn't great. He was just a good player coach. Everybody loved him.
Yeah, but he did it on both levels.
He got lucky,
That's
bro.
amazing.
He did. I'm not going to
He
take
got
nothing away
lucky,
from Pete
bro.
Carroll, but he did.
got
walk,
lucky,
he
yo.
walked into a nice little
Yeah,
fucking
like-
nice little batch.
He walked in a good situation.
did.
What was his first coaching job? Then he had a coaching job, and then he went back to college.
Yeah, he went
because he
back to
did
college.
terrible.
I think it was the Oilers or something
Nick
like that,
Saban did the same thing. He came out of college and went to
Nick
the
Saban.
Dolphins
He
and
was at the
ran
Dolphins.
right back to the fucking college. I ain't
right?
staying here.
No, Nick Saban was with the Browns too, with Belichick.
And went right back to fucking college.
Yeah.
And they all say that it's hard for them guys to coach players that make more money than them. They don't have the same respect for fucking NFL players, coaches. You know what I mean?
Right.
They also, but before we get off a track with the Dallas Cowboys, you need to go on YouTube and find these interviews that Michael Irvin and Troy Aikman had about why they think that the problem is with the Dallas Cowboys. And what I was saying to you, I actually believe it, that a player gets drafted, goes to the Dallas Cowboys, gets a signing bonuses, puts the star on, he thinks he's a winner.
Yeah.
Where Michael Irvin and Troy Aikman said that you're not winners just because you got the star on your helmet. You got to work for that. You got to put the effort in. You got to know your job. Everything in and out, the playbooks. You know what I mean? You have to be totally 100% committed. And the whatchamacallit said, I don't know if it was Troy one old Dallas Cowboy guy, he said like this. He goes, "You're not when you get drafted, and you're a Dallas Cowboy. Everybody gets 2 stars on their helmet. I think they should all get 1 star until they prove it.
You know,
Then they get the other star."
the funny thing is, all these people that's talking, they talked with the real Dallas Cowboys coaches that really push them to that. You know what I mean? Because the right coach will make you run into a wall, and you'll do it over and over again. But when you got these soft, sissy coaches that haven't did anything, they ain't proved nothing, they're not getting no respect.
So I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know if you know this
they
or not.
can't get the group. Like, hold on, 49ers, they play with toughness like mostly every game.
That's a
Baltimore.
contribute to their players.
No, that's a contribute to the leader. The leader gets you going. The leader motivates
The leader
you.
in the locker room should be getting the players going. Not just you can't. How are you going to put all that quarter? Your head coach has got to worry about the offensive game plan, the owner of the company, the defensive game plan, the players, the injury list. That's why you have your team captains in the locker room. Those are the guys that's supposed to get all your players going. Those are the guys. Yeah, your head coach will come in there and give you a little speech here and there. But when it comes down to it, them guys don't spend 24 hours a day in training camp.
I think it's a little bit of both, though.
I lean more towards the players. I lean
Because you got look at the coach from the Lions, the grit. If you have a good coach that can speak, it gets them going just as much as the players.
So like Bill Cowher I will remember Bill Cowher was that kind. Tomlin.
That's
Yeah.
probably what
Those
Tomlin
are my
is.
kind of guys.
You know what I mean?
I agree, but
All the Rex is.
How many more you got? They ain't around no more.
You talking about?
They're like you get guys.
what's the
like
one from the Giants? That was the Giants.
Bill Parcells was a guy like that
Bill
back then.
Parcells like that.
But-
Now
but-
the one that won the championships recently with Eli.
Start with an F.
Coughlin.
Coughlin.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He was one of those. But
So-
you got to understand, too, with these players, we look at these players as they're grown men that's getting grown men money, and they should be
They're not grown
they
men.
should be more motivated. Exactly. They're not grown men. Most of these players come up as 5 years old playing football. 5 years old, you only listen to the coach. You ain't going as hard as the coach is yelling for you. It's the same thing when they get older. It don't change. They you know what I mean? They just players getting led.
Right.
About 12 years ago, I'm a union carpenter. I had a business, and I was a union company, and we had our union, our International Brotherhood, sent owners and superintendents out to Vegas for a conference. And what our International Brotherhood did, they went out and found a company that will come and tell us how to talk to the next generation. Please, thank you. Oh, you'll do better tomorrow. Oh, it's okay. Now, you're a construction worker and you got hazed your whole life on like, that's all the fucking sheets of drywall you put up today? That's all the square footage you got up to? Like, you have the generation of kids that are going into the NFL is the same as the generation of kids that are going in union. You can't talk to them like you're hard-nosed no more. They don't react that way. Instead of you going into them with that hard-nosed, tough man mentality, that curls them up in the fucking fetal position in the fucking corner. These new generation of kids, 20, 21, 22, going to the NFL, they need uplifting. You missed that tackle? Sorry, buddy. We're going to give them tomorrow. Bad pass? It's all right. We were being taught that we can't talk to those. Like if they cut a piece of drywall wrong, it was the last piece, and now the job's not getting done. We have to go into it like, even though the owner of the company is going to lose a fortune or a day's pay, we have to go in there with like, it's okay. I'll eat it. You know what I mean? So I think that's a problem too with the generation of kids. They don't respond to uplifting locker room talk.
Yeah.
Like that guy from Miami, he's got those dudes believing. Whoever that coach is, that dude.
Guess where he came from? Niners.
Where'd he come from before the Niners?
Who was he
with?
I don't remember.
You know, was he with college? Was a college team somewhere?
I thought.
'Cause he's got a serious
He was
skill level.
offense. He was
No, I
offensive.
think-
He
I
was
think-
our offensive coordinator.
Actually, I think they all came from. I think he came from McCarthy,
Really?
No.
and the Packers coach I think came from.
There's a lot of
No,
people
no,
that are
no, no.
still
They
coaching
came
from the
Ky-
Pac.
They came from Shanahan tree. Let me double
I
check on that.
I know Shanahan tree has a long tree.
Yeah, he
I
got a
thought-
long tree
I
line
thought the
too.
Miami guy came from McCarthy.
No.
And then,
Well, whoever he came from,
He came from
and
the
I thought
Niners.
Maffei came from McCarthy too. I thought.
That's why he picked up Mostert and Jeff Wilson. They were both on the Niners.
Who the Miami guy?
Yeah.
Now,
well,
Mike McDaniels.
Yeah,
Mike McDaniels has found a way to talk to today's NFL football
But that's
players.
because he's young.
Yeah.
And he understands culture. He understands. He's a part of he has that swag to do that.
Yeah,
These
it's a
older
different-
guys don't.
things have changed in the NFL and in most sports for that matter. You can't really rule with an iron fist. You're not going to get these kids to play with fear anymore. You're not going to have any playing time or whatever. These guys, they have enough pressure on themselves staying on the field, fighting through injuries and whatever else they got going on. The coaches nowadays they have to do it a different way, and that's why we probably got as much as we could get out of Jalen Hurts with Sirianni in that year when we made it to Super Bowl.
you gotta understand too. Another thing is that, these kids nowadays and these players nowadays, they don't really care about the rival aspect, and going against and having whatever it's like that. You get some players that may a little bit, but usually not. You see at the end of the game, they all switching jerseys, they all smiling, they hang out and everything like that, and even though they on opposite teams, it ain't really no rival. Like they don't even really watch football. Like a lot of these young players don't watch football. I coach football now, and I coach 8th graders and 9th graders. None of them watch football. They just play, but they don't watch it. You know what I mean? So they don't know who's supposed to be a right. They don't know the Cowboys are supposed to hate the Eagles. You know what I mean? They might hear fans talk about it, but they don't got it in their heart.
Yeah.
They just playing the game. They just playing the game for fun. I think that's a lot. That has something to do with it too. Like this is, like you said, a different set of mindset in the kids these days.
It's also that when I was growing up, it was all about our team.
Yeah, all about our team. We got Michael Parsons on his little podcast,
Yeah.
saying, the 49ers are still the best team in the league. Just because they got a loss, don't say they're not the best. They're still the best.
Yeah.
And we're like, dude, you gotta play them to make it to where you gotta make it.
Yeah.
Why would you be saying this?
So my thing is where I think that football lost its thing with me is a little bit is where when the free agency kicked in and players could just get up and go. Now, I thought that was great for them and their livelihood, and I have no problem with it. But it kind of ruined me for I thought it was all about the team. Like if you grew up in this area, you were an Eagles fan. If you grew up in Dallas, you were a Dallas fan. Denver, Broncos fan. New York fan. I knew there were some mixtures up here and there, relocate fans, but I didn't think. And then when a player left your team, like when Reggie White left the Eagles, that was my all-time favorite player. When he left the Eagles and go to Green Bay and tell him that God told him to do it, like you guys ain't even old enough to know that conversation. He told him God went to, and then the meme was, and when there wasn't no memes back then, it was like, no, 180 million told you to go.
Yeah. So Kyle Shanahan, Robert Saleh, Jets quarterback, he was our defense coordinator. Mike McDaniels, Miami head coach now, was our offensive coordinator. He came from Kyle, and then LaFleur, Mike LaFleur. Yeah, Mike LaFleur. So Matt LaFleur's brother came from us as well.
Right.
And then Matt LaFleur came from Kyle's dad. Yeah.
Yeah, they got a nice little coaching
Yeah.
line.
Right. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
But go ahead, finish what you were saying.
About what?
No, I thought you were just talking about I forgot what you were talking about. But so yeah, we
I was saying players respond more to kindness than Bill Parcells coaching.
yeah.
They respond better to
But isn't it the culture though too? It depends on the culture where you accept it. Like, yo, that's just Mike talking.
Yeah, because Bill Belichick kind of ran it like that too, but I guess because he had the culture of winning.
That's the thing is you can't be talking crazy to people not winning.
Do you think he's retired? So I want to answer your Dak question. Well, you didn't say a question. You just said Dak not going to win a Super Bowl ever. I think
not with Dallas.
it's not going to happen.
He's not. Bill Parcells not going there, bro.
Dak's got to get away from the star.
Yeah, he got to get away.
He's got to
from
get.
I
He can't play for Dallas.
I
He
think
need to
Dak
take
will
away
win
his
somewhere
one
else.
star.
I think Dak will win somewhere else.
Yeah, he's not going to win there.
I think he's going to win somewhere else.
I don't know when Dallas is ever really going to win the Super Bowl. I think that Jerry Jones has got to pass the buck. He's got to move on and get out of the locker room, get out of the draft day, get away from the fucking camera, go golf, go boating, go start another business and be 110% in.
Yo, I'm telling you, this is what you do. You start a town hall meeting and then just have a meeting and say, yo, Jerry, just go away. We'll pay you. Have a town hall meeting, say, Dallas, we really need this. And, you know, y'all just make him build him a house somewhere else. Get him out of there.
McCarthy's got to go, though.
He does, too.
McCarthy definitely has to go.
Crazy. Y'all can get Jim. Yo, y'all need to go get Jim, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you though.
No, Jim
Harbaugh and Jerry Jones. There's no fucking way they could be in the same.
No, I'm saying if they got
draft day.
Jerry out of there. If they got Jerry out of there.
Yeah. Then let Jim Harbaugh come in and run the team.
Nah, we should.
I miss Jim Harbaugh, man.
It should be Jim. But you know what? This is what I'm thinking too, though. When you really think about it, our biggest problem this year on offense is we had no run game at all, completely no run game. On defense, we had no linebackers. We couldn't stop the run. We had literally DBs. We had DBs playing linebacker this year.
Should never got rid of Zeke.
No, Zeke was done. We should have really got somebody else.
How's he done? He was doing amazing over there in Pittsburgh. In Packs. Yes, he was. He was scoring like crazy.
He picked it up. He started picking.
He started catching the ball. He wasn't doing it over there.
They didn't have any plays for him to catch the ball out of.
And now, if I bet you this,
he did it over here. He did over here,
but not the way he was doing over there.
Well, he was in a better. He had a better coach.
Well, Zeke was not known throughout his college career to be a running back that can catch the ball out of the backfield either.
But he did it with us often, though. He did it with us often. But I really think that we needed a running back. We needed an explosive big running back. Pollard could not handle the workload coming off a broken ankle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, in the playoffs, and you're trying to make him the workload with these other guys that's like, you know, that's smaller than him.
Yeah.
So that was our biggest problem. I think we couldn't get the running. We didn't have a good enough.
But you thought the running was going to be there.
No.
I thought he was going to have his biggest season ever.
I never thought. I always said from the beginning of the season, we need to get somebody else. We need to get somebody else. We need to get another running back. There's no way he can do it by himself. I always thought that from the beginning of the season.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think that the way the NFL is going with quarterbacks being the pass happy league and, you know, scoring points and is the way the NFL wanted to go to? But do you think that we're doing these kids and these quarterbacks the justice and the careers that they could have by expecting them to throw the ball 60 to 70% of the time instead of more of a run pass or run pass? Are we giving these young kids who are never going to get a day back again, never going to get that quarterback chance again? Or is the NFL, due to the fact that they want ratings and they want points, and that's what creates the drive for, you know, the money, that they don't want a running game NFC East style football back in like the 80s and 90s where
that's dead.
I agree. I'm not saying it's not.
Dead.
But are these quarterbacks, are we ruining them by not making it more of a 50-60? Like why all of a sudden is so much pressure on a college quarterback coming out and they have to throw the ball 70-80% of the time? And the majority of the quarterbacks out of college, that's what they're doing. Is the NFL doing these kids right and the coaches by going in this direction? Because I think that some of these quarterbacks can have better long-lasting careers with maybe more champions if it was more level, more even.
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
any perspective on that?
Well, one perspective is that it's hard to try to keep a good running game when running backs don't even last that long. You know what I mean? A good running back nowadays only lasts 5 years. You know? So you got a problem with that, so you can't even keep a good running back, so you gotta ease up the load on him to be, you know what I mean, and work with it. And then with just football, how smart football has gotten since the old, you know what I mean, back in the 90s, even back in the 2000s, football got very smart. And if you really, if you coach it or whatever, it's like that, you will learn that, it's a lot of stuff that us as regular fans don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's as it gets so smart, it's different techniques to stop easy stuff. You know what I mean? You're not doing no wing T in the NFL. It's too easy to stop. I don't know if y'all know the wing T or whatever it's like that. You know what I mean? the read option. Yeah, it was fun to play with, and now you can't even do it no more. You know what I mean? Because they just learned how to stop it, rules and stuff like that. So football is getting so smart, and it's hard to say, oh, we're just gonna run the ball. You know what I mean? Or we're gonna try to do 50-50. You'll have a more advantage passing the ball, letting one of those players out in the outfield make a mistake than trying to run a ball and trying to make somebody miss.
I think they know what they're doing, though. Yeah, there's a reason why the running backs had that meeting because they're being not valued. And I feel like taking away the running is taking away the game because it bring like having a good running back it brings the pound for pound game happening. We can't do that no more.
But do you think that's the reason why the running backs had the issue?
I don't think. Well, you just said we're getting smarter, so you know.
I'm saying I think the running backs had an issue because they're not getting paid. They're not getting paid like they want to get paid. That's what the issue was, and the reason why they're not getting paid, they want to get paid. That how they want to get paid is because you don't know when a running back's going to go when you're not going to have them no more.
No, the money they're not getting paid anymore the way they're getting paid because football took a turn for error, throwing the ball.
Right.
So wide receivers are getting the money that the running backs once got back in my day. Before, wide receivers didn't get that kind of money. Quarterbacks were only ones who always kind of stay like the high end. But for a long time in my generation, in the 80s and 90s, running backs were the top dogs.
We're probably never going to see like a pure running back, like a Mark Henry. Henry, what's his name? Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be the last like really strong running back.
You guys remember Kansas City's old running back, Christian Okoye?
No, the Packers running back.
You're never going to see it. Yeah, Packers running back's pretty good. That's
Jones is about to Adams. What? Packers running back is Jones.
That's
Jones.
Yeah.
Jones Adams, something like that, right?
No, Aaron Jones.
Aaron
he's
Jones.
old though. He's just as old as he's about to be done.
He's probably, but he's still.
He's not no
still
daggone
doing
Henry.
numbers.
He's not King Henry. He's not the same
Not
as Henry.
Not everybody can have a McCaffrey there. I know. I
Well,
understand.
that's a different, and that's the thing is that it's going to be to the point where they're only going to look for running backs like Christian McCaffrey or Gibbs. Like you're never going to see like a pure. Then nobody's going to draft like a Jerome Bettis. Like that's not happening no more.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. I agree with you. It's like it's not going to be the same. It's going into arena football, and they feel as though that they have to go that way to get away from all the concussion stuff and the bang plays.
Cook is looking pretty good.
Who?
Cook on Buffalo looking
Cook,
pretty good.
Cook is also catching a lot of balls out of the backfield. He's doing what Christian McCaffrey's doing.
Najee Harris.
I think he's overrated. He's not a bang running back. He catches the ball too.
Connor from
Connor is also a catch back. He does both.
He does both, but he's a big back that he comes out the backfield and go hard.
So you're saying that he runs, that you're saying all those running backs, they run hard as Henry. I'm talking about Henry in his prime.
I think that if we get a good back that comes out, I think that will never go away. I think it'll always be a Henry that's going to come out. I think it's always going to be a AP that's going to come out.
But how can they come out when the running back, like he's saying, like basically is dissolving because they don't need it as much because they're throwing it.
But some team, but
It's
throwing
like run by committee now. Instead of having like everybody trying to get that one big hit, they're happy with a B level or C level as long as you got 2 or 3 of them.
Nowadays, you need 2 or 3 running backs to make it through a season.
So due to your payroll and what do you call it, the cap, you can't have the best 2 or 3 of the best wide receivers. You're better off letting that guy go who's going to eat up your money and grabbing a 6th or 7th or 8th round running back.
Yeah.
And save your money for who you're going to go to. You need wide receivers nowadays. And you need all your money right now has got to go for your line, your O-line, and your cornerbacks, wide receivers, and quarterback. That's where all the money's at right now.
I think D-line.
That's not even what linebackers. Remember, linebackers used to be. Everybody's trying to find that linebacker out of college.
I think
next Lawrence Taylor.
I think D-line is right after line.
Yeah, you're probably right because you got to get the pass rush, and everybody's trying to rush for 4 now.
That's our problem. Like we have one pass rusher.
We have terrible linebackers on the Eagles.
No linebackers.
Yeah.
And we have We have no D line except for one.
No.
So hold on, are y'all into the UFO? Are y'all watching that?
What happened?
The UFO?
There's a UFO out there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a UFO. That's another topic. No, so XFL and UFO. I don't know the other name, but
Ultimate Football League?
they join together.
Oh, shit.
I think
I used to watch
NFL's
the
in
XFL.
trouble, man.
I used to watch the XFL.
NFL's in trouble.
NFL will never be in trouble.
If they start producing the stuff that we're complaining about and making it good, like old football,
Been around too long, man.
can't-
It's like a
yeah.
bank, dude. Too big
It
to
would
fail,
never- it would
buddy.
never
I'm
happen.
not saying that they're going anywhere, but it's gonna be competitive.
No,
I think so. I really do.
we will
If
never.
Mark,
we
I'm
won't-
telling you, it's gonna be a problem.
If it's a problem, it will take minimum of 10 to 15 years for it to become a
It
problem.
would take longer than that.
Yeah. It
You
might.
gotta, you gotta understand, NFL been around for 60 years.
Spring football starting in March 30th. The New Jersey Generals.
Isn't flag football picking up?
Yeah, it is. It's flag football. Is
Flag
actually,
football's got like a little footprint out there now. They're starting to get some leagues going.
Yeah, they got a lot of girl
Yeah.
leagues too.
Yeah. I actually like that.
The girl leagues are.
I got no problem with flag.
Yeah.
I actually don't think that, and from watching all the athletes talk about it on YouTube or ESPN or NFL Today or whatever, I think that young kids shouldn't be playing tackle contact football.
No, I agree. I think flag football is a great alternative.
Yeah, I
to
think you
get
learn.
them-
I think you learn everything you need to learn, and then when you're old
mean,
enough
that
to
goes back to
actually
what you were
understand
saying,
how to
though.
tackle and understanding how to block, as you get older, then you get them into contact. But you can teach a kid so much without contact. Then you can teach them how to hit the right way.
But that goes back to what you're saying about the softness.
I'm talking about concussions. I'm not talking about bringing up. I mean, you could be a dick to a motherfucker playing flag football. You can still be an asshole.
Nah, but it's-
I'm
Yeah,
talking
they ain't
about.
gonna be-
I'm
they ain't gonna be
strictly
tough.
Yeah, they're
fuck
not.
They won't.
I referee and it's
Yeah, they
not the
can.
same. It's not the same.
ref, yeah.
Yeah, I ref fall flag and tackle, and it's totally different.
Because you have people who are only. Do you have people playing flag football that are playing tackle football too?
Not the same.
Different
no.
mentality,
Yeah.
human being.
Yeah.
You got the mentality of the people playing flag football don't want to be fucking slammed across the middle. So
Yeah.
you're not going to get the badass.
Right.
So it's a good spot for those kids who don't want to get fucked up and be dead.
Yeah.
So you're still going to get your quality fucking solid football players with the meanness and the hair standing up on their back playing regular football. But now there's just a spot for people who don't want to get tackled.
Right.
Okay.
But do you think that child that is playing flat, like that hard-nosed kid that played tackle
Right.
since he was a pup, now they got these kids playing flag, and the parents are yelling at me because they'll get pushed too hard. Like, even if a kid gets pushed, I get yelled at.
I can't fix everything, but all I can say is that I wasn't concerned about your parental problems you have being a coach on the sideline. I was talking strictly concussions and the health of a child, not their
No.
mental toughness, not if
That's
they
what
can
I
take
thought
it.
she was talking about.
No, I'm talking about
Yeah.
the kids that are getting concussions at an earlier age in life, and then the rest of their lives are useless. That's
Right.
what I'm talking about.
No, I get it. Okay.
No, I think if you're a good dad and you're raising your son right, then that kid's gonna be fucking tough as fucking nails. But if you're a pussy dad, woke drinking Starbucks, then maybe he might not be the way you want him to be. But who knows? Some
Right.
kids can grow up fucking soft and then become 18, 19 years old, pack on 20 or 30 pounds and just, change it all the fuck up. And that was me. I was me, 120 pounds until I was a junior, half year in junior. My senior year, I started going to the gym and put on like fucking 30 pounds when I went to Trenton High School. I was the smallest kid in school. And then like that. Next thing you know, I'm playing all the sports and I was competitive. But when I was little,
It's
man,
like you was getting ready for jail.
yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yo, it's 10-10 Ravens.
At halftime, right?
Yeah, it's 10-10.
10 to halftime. CJ Stroud, that would be.
Ravens looking beatable.
I want CJ Stroud to win.
I do too.
I would love to win too.
He's exciting to watch. I'm still Patrick Mahomes is really
Patrick Mahomes definitely hands down still the best quarterback.
no. I know it's just like when you're ever watching this, get excited. Like yo, like what team you watch that like normally wouldn't watch, but like yo, this player makes me want to watch the team.
They're probably the only team I watch other than the Cowboys.
For real.
Yeah, I would probably only watch them. Any other team, I don't really get excited like to watch. I like you saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Would y'all pay per view for Super Bowl?
No.
Nah,
You know they
stop.
talking about that.
Not
Right?
unless it was the Eagles.
Obviously,
They don't have to charge us because the advertisers take care of all that. They don't have to worry
They
about
talk. I think we're on the verge of that because, for example, right, Peacock, you had to pay for Peacock, and they still made you get commercials. People were pissed off about that.
Well, it's commercials on a regular channel. I don't know what they
No.
thought was gonna happen.
No, because the subscription is supposed to take up for no commercials.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, in a football game, it has to be. In a football game, it has to be commercials.
Well, no, but that's what they're saying. When you sign up for any subscription, it's supposed to be no Super Bowls, and people were pissed off about it. They were like, "Yo, well, how are y'all double dipping? Y'all making me pay $199 for Peacock, and I gotta watch commercials. They're supposed to not pay the $199."
Yeah, but there's no way to not have a commercial in football. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying, but you also they feel like they're getting duped. They're supposed to be no commercials.
What, they want to sit there and watch the players?
Nah, we want to hear Tom. I mean, what's his name? We want to hear Romo talk the whole time.
They can't put that on TV.
Yo, Romo not top. Yo, Romo not top 5 announcer. Yo, ever.
Yeah, I like Romo. He's very fair when he talks.
I like when he tells you
he's
to
fair.
play.
He's
I feel
fair.
like he tells to play.
I really would like to hear Romo just get on a regular talk show,
Me too.
like a regular talk show, because I can't stand Skip Bayless or freaking
Can't stand Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless terrible.
or Stephen A. I can't stand either.
I have
of
a
them.
problem with Stephen A. right now.
Why you got a problem with him right
He
now?
fucking screams too fucking much.
Yeah. Well, goes
Stop
with the hair.
screaming, bro.
Goes with the hairline.
But no, I think that I think definitely Tony Romo is really good.
Yeah, I love. You think he's better than Joe Buck?
Joe Buck different.
Yeah, I like Joe Buck too. I wish we can get both of them in the Super Bowl.
I want to hear Troy Aikman and Tony Romo.
That would be
Oh.
cool. Well, you only saying that because the Cowboys.
Nah, but Tony Romo's good. And Troy Aikman, he's not bad either. But
He
Troy Aikman,
decent.
he's a little wishy washy though sometimes.
Nah, Joe Buck and Tony Romo, they're the best right now. I thought Tom
No, Olsen.
Olsen.
We only talk about football, right?
Yeah, I mean we can go anywhere. It don't matter.
I would like to hear Charles Barkley do a basketball game. I would like him to do a basketball game.
I would like to see him do football too.
Oh yeah.
Him and Shaq might be crazy
Yeah, Shaq is funny. Shaq is annoying sometimes though.
sometimes.
But yeah, so we done with the Cowboys and Eagles.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
we got
good.
enough.
Yeah, the freaking.
I'm sitting here with pocket Rockets right now.
All right, let's go. Let's play real quick. Sam, what you putting up? Something?
Trying to get the game on.
Oh, okay.
Let me do this out.
Yeah. Well, we gotta put in first. Put in 5.
Where we going? You win, Sam?
No, I fold.
You fold on with this 5? Yeah, just call 5.
He don't want to lose his money. Jesus, I can't do any. I check.
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 That was scary. Check.
Check.
Squadouche.
Oh shoot! I put this on my cards.
Wow. He would've destroyed me.
Oh, we usually pass the cards around.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Everybody do it like that. You trying to get a game on, Sam?
Yeah.
With, you like playing regular on just Omaha, or you like other games? What's your favorite games?
Nah, I just like Texas Hold'em.
That's it.
I only play Texas Hold'em. I don't play nothing else. I don't like Omaha. I don't like.
I haven't. I
I
didn't.
mean, I don't mind playing, but I don't. I only play Texas Hold'em when I play.
It's crazy because I was the same thing as you, but Steve Buckley got me playing everything right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I went down there. The first night I went down to Steve house. I was playing Texas Hold'em with them. I didn't know what Omaha was, and they was like, "Oh, bomb pot," and then they
He was
started playing.
bomb pot and he was broke.
Yeah, tell me about it. And I didn't like it at all. And after that, it messed my game up because I was gone the first time I went down there, and it messed my game up, and I started losing down there.
What's something that you last year you learned that you're not gonna carry over next year? Well, this year from last year in your game. I'm always trying to get new tips. Something you did last year that you noticed that is wrong and you're not gonna do it this year in your poker game.
Mm-hmm.
It don't have to be play. It can be money. It can be, making sure you count it every time you
Better
play.
control my poker bankroll.
There you go. How you gonna do that?
Be smarter.
But are you gonna get a book? Are you gonna write it down? Like, what are you going?
The problem is having a book just isn't the only way.
All
Like,
right.
I still had a book and still fucking win it. That don't fucking matter. Discipline.
Discipline.
Patience and discipline.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna. It all depends on what type of game I'm playing. If it's cash or if it's a tournament. But in cash, I think I just wanna try to be more patient.
Mm.
Just be more patient. Just wait for a hand,
Yeah.
and don't try to. And I don't even want to play the bluff. And
Right.
you know what I mean. Just be patient. Wait for a hand, and you know what I mean. And play with it, but be smart. You know
Right.
what I mean. Once you get the hand too. That's for me. Sometimes I get in there in the cash and I win like 3 hands in a row. Then I get something that's all right and boop.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? Right back down. Instead of me to be like, nah, this is the one I should just fell back on. I knew it. Stop thinking you're trying to get lucky. You know what I mean?
Right.
When I can see what he got.
Right.
Check.
You know. So that's what I want to do. I just want to be patient in this only play with a hand in the cash.
Mm.
I'm going to practice bluffing more often.
Check.
Bluffing.
Yeah.
Check. I think for me, this year is
Play any 2 cards?
it's I think for me is like I love poker
Check.
so much,
Check.
and I just keep playing and I'm up and I won't stop playing, and then when you're just there for so
Check.
long, you end up just losing it all. Check.
Check.
10 high.
6.
Ace.
Pair of 6s wins.
I think that's
Yeah,
my
the 6,
problem.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I just play too long. I need to just leave when I'm up.
Oh, well, that's a key. That's something that you could probably say that you're like to do better this year than you did last year. Is like once you get your double up. Wah, 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 wah.
That's hilarious. What did you say?
You got to get your see. Well, I think all cash players like are. I don't play too much cash, but I know if I did, I know what my mistake would be. My mistake would be sitting at the table too long.
Yeah.
I think if you really want to be a successful grinder in poker, I think you got to go in there with the mentality of like trying to get your double up or like make 100, 150 in whatever session, and then get up and go for a walk, and then come back down to get a different seat somewhere else, or go to a different casino and then grind out 4 hours.
Mm.
But I think if you stay at one table too long and don't get up, stretch your legs, get something to eat, it could work for you or it could work against you. For me, it probably would work more against me.
Right.
So if you can like get your money and then get out of there for that session that day, I think you're looking at you can be more successful.
Yeah. Nah. Definitely. How y'all feel about poker? Like, how did y'all do anything like play more? Have y'all been playing more? Playing less? Busy?
Check. I haven't really been playing.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't really been playing. I haven't played since like probably October.
Yeah, it's been a
I
minute.
only play when we come here and play. You know what I mean? With
Yeah.
the sorts like that.
Mm.
But it's been a while. Yeah, if I haven't really played like that. But he's playing.
Are you in? You're out. I was just down at the Brigada. I played in like 4 events. I was able to win satellite seats on all 4 of them, so it didn't cost me, a lot of money.
That's
But
beautiful.
I was not able to make any money either. So
I mean, you break even. Right? Isn't that the same?
I stand corrected. I probably didn't make money because I sold action,
Okay.
and all said and done, the tournament buy-ins. If I paid for them without winning the satellite, it was like almost $4K in tournaments. But I won under five. I spent under $500 to play in $4,000 worth of tournaments. So that was nice. Check.
Check.
Nope. Chop. Queen plays. Nice. What about you? You get to the casinos to play in the tournaments?
Yeah, I don't play it. I've been playing more cash. That's amazing. Yeah, I've been playing a lot more cash. I do tournament. I'm more of a tournament player than cash.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt as though that my game plan should be, build up my cash bankroll, and then start working on the bigger tournaments.
Fair enough.
Check.
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 Ten.
Fold.
Check.
Check.
Nah, jack.
Ace.
Did I play that wrong?
Yeah. 100%.
What was I supposed to do?
Well, if you bet here, he won't go nowhere until you make sure there's no diamond there. But once the jack hit, I think you should have bet on the turn instead of checking. You checked on the turn, right?
No, I bet here.
You bet it there.
So you bet 10?
Yeah. I should have bet more.
Yeah. You should have bet the pot.
Okay.
So who wins that? The ace, right?
That's one thing about, I don't follow some rules that I should be following. And I get myself in trouble. And people get upset with me.
Oh, yeah?
They're gonna say at the table.
Huh?
You talking about at the table?
I might catch something that I shouldn't be, I just have a lot of times it's a gut feeling sometimes. Or how the cards are playing, or how people are playing.
Oh, so at the end of the hand, they get upset with you, like you played it wrong. How you even in this
Yeah.
hand? Like
Why you ain't raised there? Well, I thought you had better than that.
No, you can be successful in some of those situations in those times, but in the long haul, you'll lose more by not playing statistically the way that the cards.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thought he raised.
I already put mine in.
Yeah, 10-10, right?
Do it up.
Yeah. All right.
Check.
check.
Yeah, and it's just more and more you start playing with the same people, you start just learning how they play.
Lamar Jackson just scored.
Check.
Check.
Yeah, do it.
Sir.
I hit the 7,
Two pair.
10s and 9s.
So what do y'all think is going to happen the rest of this playoffs?
I don't really know, to be honest with you. I'd like to see Detroit keep moving on. That'd be a fun time.
I think it's going to be Niners in Detroit, and then Baltimore, and I think the Bills are going to win.
Over the Chiefs?
Yeah. I think it's time.
So what do we got left? We got 4 teams left in the AFC and 4 teams left in the NFC, right?
Yeah.
So we got a Green Bay San Fran game coming up
Yes.
for the NFC. And we got the Tampa Bay Detroit game,
Yeah.
which is if San Fran does not get to the Super Bowl, there's a problem
100%.
with all those 3 teams. You're facing really nobody. You probably got San Fran's probably got the easiest playoff schedule in NFL history this year.
What, in for
Ever.
the playoffs?
And forever. There's not one team that you guys put that are still in the playoffs that is a what above 500 team.
I don't know. You never
Wait,
know.
the wasn't the Lions? They were 500.
No,
Yeah,
the Lions.
I'm being sarcastic. I'm just saying that all three of the teams that are left are not top caliber known teams other than San Fran. So it should be a walk for San Fran.
Should be.
Like if they don't blow whoever they're playing out by 20, then they suck. They should never have been there.
No, I don't know about
I'm
all
just-
that. I think you're
it's
trying. I
just
think you're
my-
trying to get me to.
It's just my opinion, man.
You trying to get me to.
It's
you
just
trying
my
me-
opinion.
You want me to go get
they-
upset?
you got-
I'm
you-
not though.
Who you playing? You're playing Green Bay. I mean,
They're all healthy now.
man, I don't.
And
you
again
guys should
Sunday, right?
Smoke them motherfuckers.
I hope.
If it's even close, you
I
guys
thought
suck.
Dallas was going to do it.
Yeah, we were supposed to smoke them. It didn't happen.
So if Dallas, if they
On
get
you.
I'm checking.
check. I thought Dallas was going to get it done.
Check.
Hey,
Check.
Dallas never got out of their beds. The whole game, they was right out of the shoot. They marched right down the field and
Check.
scored, and I
Check.
think Dallas was just shocked. I think Dallas was